A historic decision today out of the highest court in the country. The U.S. Supreme Court struck down a New York state law that had restricted who could get a permit to carry a gun in public. And now New York and a handful of other states, including Hawaii, must decide their next steps. As Gloria Pazmino shows us, gun safety advocates argue the ruling could result in more gun violence.
This decision isn't just reckless, it's reprehensible.
Fierce reaction after the Supreme Court struck down a New York law enacted more than a century ago, which restricted the carrying of concealed handguns outside the home. The New York State Rifle and Pistol Association had argued the law was unconstitutional. Justice Clarence Thomas, writing for the 6-3 majority, agreed. Because the state of New York issues public carry licenses only when an applicant demonstrates a special need for self-defense, we conclude that the state's licensing regime violates the Constitution. The decision is the widest expansion of gun rights in a decade and comes on the heels of a wave of deadly mass shootings across the country, most recently at an elementary school in Uvalde, Texas, and a supermarket in Buffalo, New York.
We cannot allow New York to become the Wild Wild West.
In a dissent joined by other liberal members of the court, Justice Stephen Breyer wrote the ruling would severely burden states' efforts to curb gun violence. But the National Rifle Association hailed the decision, calling it a monumental win for NRA members and for gun owners across the country.
The right of self-defense is the core of the Second Amendment right, and that's what this case in New York is about.
Gloria Pazmino, KITV4 Island News.